When living large means buying the name brand peanut butter. What's the most soul-crushing thing someone has ever said to you about money? My buddy, Marcus, and I were sitting on the curb outside the warehouse after a brutal, 14-hour shift. I was scrolling through my phone, complaining about how I couldn't afford those floor seats for the concert next month. And I asked him if he was gonna do anything crazy with his overtime check. Marcus just looked down at his boots for a long minute. Then, he reached into his backpack and pulled out a jar of JIF peanut butter. Now, you gotta understand, we usually survive on the stuff in the generic white jars that tastes like cardboard and regret. But Marcus? He held that jar like it was a piece of fine jewelry. He looked at me, totally serious, and said, "Bro, this week I'm living in the 1%. I laughed, thinking he was joking, but he didn't crack a smile. He continued. I didn't just buy the name brand, I bought the extra crunchy. Because I wanted to feel like I had some substance in my life. He unscrewed that lid, took a deep breath of that fresh sealed scent, and whispered. I even used a metal spoon today, no plastic. I wanted to hear that clink against the glass, so I could pretend I was sitting at a 5-star bistro in Manhattan. He took one tiny bite, closed his eyes, and for a second, he looked like he was 1,000 miles away from that dusty parking lot. It hit me like a ton of bricks. That for a lot of us, the American dream isn't about the big house or the fancy car anymore. It's about those tiny, $5 victories that remind you that you're still a human being, and not just another gear in the machine.